Hello guys! See what I did there? Happy New Year everybody and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi! Welcome to my channel. My name is Platinum Christy. I would really love it if you would please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when I post a video every week. It's a new video, it's a new day, it's a new year, and it's a really great time to start some healthy habits. And with that, I have prepared a video of 11 habits to start in 2021 that I'd also like to do myself. What I know is that it takes about 3 weeks to develop a habit just by repetitively doing a certain action, so that over time, you don't have to actually think about doing it because you start to do it unconsciously even. It becomes part of a routine. Now, this video is not going to tell you how to schedule your life because I believe that we should all live our own lives at our own pace. These are just some tips and tricks that I've learned about in the past few years and I'm still yet to practice and that I'd really love to share with you guys. And without further ado, let us get on with the video. So, first habit to develop is to look in the mirror and smile upon waking up. Have you ever experienced forcing yourself to smile so that you can convince yourself that you're really happy even though you're actually not? And then you just start to believe that you are quite joyful. And I think that by starting your day looking at yourself smile, it's kind of manifesting that the day is going to be a good one. And also, it's a form of gratitude in a way and showing yourself satisfaction for whatever you see in the mirror, for the life that you're living, for the day. I've actually been trying this for the past few days and it does make me feel a little bit more positive and makes me look forward a bit more to the day and whatever I have to do, even though it's quite intimidating to face. Basically, just set the tone of your day with a smile. Next habit to develop is to drink more water. They say you should drink at least 2 to 3 liters in a day. And with this, I think it is best to just chug half to 1 whole liter upon waking up. Just rehydrate your body. As you sleep, your body is actually restoring itself and regenerating from your cells, your organs. And though you may not feel it, and although you may be unconscious while everything is happening, these are quite substantial processes. Hence, you would need to actually really fuel your body with that water to kind of lubricate the system. So don't underestimate the power of drinking water. Another habit to develop is prayer and meditation. For example, I like to pray the rosary for about 15 to 20 minutes. I do it with my parents. And there's actually something very calming about repeating prayers, the Hail Marys, and holding on to beads. It kind of just allows you to be peaceful, away from any distractions and problematic issues, at least for just those 15 minutes. There's actually been scientific research that meditation or such forms of meditation can actually help you improve your focus and your concentration once you do turn yourself back on after meditation. It can allow you to envision and manifest things that you are aiming for, goals that you hope to achieve as well. There are different ways to do it for sure, but for me, when I pray the rosary at least, I feel like I can offer my problems to God. I can also envision what I want and ask it from Him, and I try to be very specific about it as well, especially when I pray for other people. I like to name names. It's nice to name dates as well. I just get to offer everything to Him, and I feel like that's really great when you are able to acknowledge a greater being than you, because it's something that is very humbling and actually also very comforting to know that there's somebody there to support you better than any other human being could. Next habit to develop is airing it out. I found it very helpful to write down my thoughts and feelings, especially if these are very strong feelings that I feel may cause me a sense of embarrassment. When I'm too scared to say something, I write it down, and that way I feel like I can better process my disposition and better understand myself. And with airing things out, you could also write down your agenda for today. Sometimes I feel that my strongest emotions are anxiety and paranoia, and I feel that being able to plan out my day and express it through writing on a journal, I feel better organized and I feel that I have a better grasp and control because I get a better idea of what I have ahead of me. And with planning your day, you could also reflect on your past achievements and tick those out, for example, and also start thinking about plans for later on in the week. You can actually even cover past, present, and future. So it's just basically finding a healthy outlet and alternative to airing out whatever is going on inside your head. Next habit I'd like to develop is exercising for at least 15 minutes a day. I'm telling you, when I was living in Spain for university before the pandemic, lockdowns, and having to resolve to online classes, I was not exercising at all. However, I was walking to school every day, walking around town, maybe dancing in the club on a Friday night. So my body had some movement. But now that we're just stuck at home, depending of course on the protocols in your country, my body feels so still in contrast. If you compare it from that lifestyle to the lifestyle most of us have now, I find myself lying down in bed all day or sitting down in front of my laptop doing some schoolwork or other projects and Zoom meetings. So I feel it is extra important these days to get some movement. Get on maybe a stationary bike or get on a mat and do some yoga or Pilates exercises. I really loved Pilates growing up. There are also a lot of videos available on YouTube for workout tutorials. When I work out in the morning, I feel like it increases my dopamine. I feel more motivated as well to get the day going, whatever I have ahead of me. And I think it's a great feeling to still fit into my clothes. It may be hard at first, but it will get better in the long run and much easier too. You could even look in the mirror every now and then and go like, I see that progress, yes! Next habit to develop is to dress the part. And this is something that I had really put in effort in terms of keeping, especially with the lockdowns and the lack of a regular routine to our lives. I found that getting ready and putting on something appropriate, for example, a Zoom meeting, or even just if you're going to be sitting alone to read some online modules and research articles, for example, I found that it has been really helpful to put on something smart to kind of put yourself in that mindset and emotionally prepare yourself that this is the person I'm going to be today. It takes a bit of work, but again, it sets the tone. The next habit to develop is to save at least one meal of the day to savor. And by savor, I mean remove all distractions. Don't work while you're eating. Try not to scroll through your social media feed while you're munching, as well as watch TV. You have to try to be mindful when you eat and try to replace those previously mentioned activities into conversing with your family or friends and loved ones, to listening to music or perhaps reading a book. Try to just quiet down your mind and appreciate the food right in front of you, the people in front of you. And I feel this really helps you develop a sense of being grateful for what you have now, instead of seeing something on social media and potentially comparing yourself to an influencer whom you've never even met, for example. Just savor that meal, savor that moment. Next habit is to show someone you care each day. Now I know this sounds cheesy, but with lockdowns, I feel like it has become such an effort to maintain human and emotional connections with people other than just reacting to their Instagram stories. So in order to keep in touch with humanity, I feel it's really important to show someone that you care. Maybe tell your mom and dad that you love them. I try to do that every day. Doing a simple favor for someone or thanking someone for whatever simple favor they do for you, even though it has become routine. Ask them how their day was, even though you already know what has happened, or even though it's probably going to be a mundane story because we're all just at home. Maybe it's an interesting Netflix show that you don't even really care to watch, but at least you can act in that moment genuinely interested for the sake of another person. And in a way, I don't know, that makes me feel good when I can put my interests aside, spend that time to give appreciation and show another person that I do value them. I think it comes with having lived alone for a number of months and I was like, I miss people. But I think it's really great because it taught me how to acknowledge the presence of people and value them when they are there with me. Next tip, although you feel confined indoors within the four walls of your home, always remember to think outside. Think outside the box, stay in touch with what is outside. Read the news, stay aware. Just because we have our own world wherein it seems like most opportunities are no longer available, that is not true. Maybe you just have to look elsewhere, and we have the online resources for that. That's why I'm saying it's important to be aware. Be aware of those online resources. Be aware of how you can network. For example, if you need to find a job or other educational opportunities. Whenever you feel stuck or forgotten by the world, just remember that there is still a world that is in motion. It will keep moving on. And with that, you also need to move on. So don't hesitate to engage in what you've been wanting or dreaming of. There's still hope and you can still make it happen if you think outside of the box. Now, this next habit has something to do with moving on. If you ever find yourself wanting to reminisce the past, the good old days before the pandemic maybe, or cringing and sulking at the time when you feel like you've made a mistake, before you do any of that, try to distract yourself with engaging in something new or something in the now. For example, me right now with this video, I actually woke up to quite a rainy, gloomy day, and it made me feel very reflective to recall all those times when I was alone in Spain, for example. And it's just not a great feeling. So I told myself, you know what? I'm going to wear something bright and film a YouTube video to make it in time for this week's upload. Choose productivity over self-pity, and it would really help in just moving on and feeling satisfied with whatever you do have in the present time or could have in the future. And for the last habit to start in 2021, I actually used to do this when I was 16, especially in the time when I was taking the international Cambridge examinations. This really helped me cope towards the end of the day. It is to pray before I sleep. And when I pray, I have this certain structure. First, I always thank God for 3 things, and then I pray for other people I care about, my loved ones, and I name them specifically. Then last, I ask for something for myself. Also, in relation to how I treat those people I love, that we become positive aspects in each other's lives, for example. Maintain those healthy relationships. So yeah, it just gives me about 5 minutes or so to reflect on the day, in a way, meditating again. And yeah, it just generally makes me feel a bit more peaceful, so that I can sleep at night and feel more ready for whatever the next day brings, whatever this year may bring. So that was my video on 11 habits that you can start this 2021. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. I really hope to make more this year. To whoever is watching, I really wish you a prosperous new year full of good health, long life, love, and happiness, and most importantly, that intrinsic resilience to cope with whatever the year brings. Thank you for watching, and God bless. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!